you are new to me on YouTube, hi, follow me on TikTok. If you're from TikTok and you're here, what's up? We made it. So we're going to get straight into it. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, check out TikTok. Yeah, we just going to be that blunt because I don't want to start over. But I'm responding to a comment where the person was saying they do everything right, but when they get around a certain person, it was like things wasn't working out. And then once they got away from the person, the blessings start flowing in. And I want to agree with them because a lot of times there are certain people, places, cars, relationships, or whatever that trigger you on an unconscious level, right? And remember, we always talk about that unconscious, what you're doing on the inside. Like you can feel like you're doing everything right. You're journaling, you're saving money, you're eating oodle noodles and shopping at the dollar store, but there still seems to be lack somewhere. It could be your job. Like if you get the email from the wrong person, it makes you feel like, I'm so ready to be over this place, and then it releases negative energy. Or if you pull up to that job and you're just sick of that job, you release negative energy towards that job, which gives you an undertone idea of like, am I going to ever get ahead? This is not enough. Like, you get where I'm going with this? And sometimes relationships do the same thing. Like if you're trying to find a man, but when Valentine's, birthday, and holidays come, do you feel like he's just missing? Do you feel alone? Do you feel negative thoughts simply because you don't have someone in that moment? Because you feel it on such a deep level, like a gut-wrenching level, you're releasing it. And you know those things that you feel deeply, like if you randomly say you want spaghetti and then now all of a sudden somebody cooking it. And you know, like I said on the page, people will say, well, I asked for the lotto, that didn't come. You didn't feel it on the gut level. You said it from a wishful and hopeful thinking, which is why you didn't get it. But you really had a taste for a spaghetti. Like you thought it, you tasted it in your mouth, you felt it in your stomach. It all connected in spaghetti, right? So I want to say I agree with her. You just have to be willing. A lot of times we aren't willing to admit that we have abandonment issues. We have traumas. We have triggers. I mean, I get it. Social media has put us in this place where not everybody's triggered and everybody has a trauma. But what are you doing to heal it? Are you acknowledging those triggers and where they come from and willing to let them go? Because y'all have made triggers so cute on social media. It's so disturbing, and y'all don't even realize you're giving away your power instead of doing the opposite of taking it back, right? So social media just makes my head hurt. So I just want to say I agree with her, but we have to do the work of figuring out what's what and where it's coming from and making sure it's not getting down on the inside of us and causing that energy to be released in us. If you have a job and that job is causing you to feel ill, leave the job. I'm good at leaving a job. I care nothing about them people in that job. I'm good at leaving a job. If you are in a relationship and it's just, and I get it, I do. I tell y'all about my situation with my ex. I get it. But if it's causing you to release energy that's not conducive to where you're going, we got to work on getting rid of. We have to work on staying in alignment. Remember, my whole channel is about staying in alignment. Because the moment you go to feeling sick at the stomach, you're out of alignment. The moment you go to feeling nauseous when you look at that person, you're out of alignment. The moment you feel bad when you look at a family member, you're out of alignment. Like, you're out of alignment, boo. I don't know what else to tell you. And I want people to understand it because, like me, I have certain family members. Matter of fact, I have a brother who, if you know, you know, okay? And when I see him, I just, like, bruh, he's my brother. That's my daddy child. Ain't nothing I can do about it. But he triggers things in me based on our past relationship that I know I have to get to a place where he don't. He don't as much. Ever since my daddy died, we've been aight. But there was a time where because I had so much energy towards him, I would see it show up in other friendships, in relationships. And 9 times out of 10, I was mad at him. He ain't have nothing. Like, I had a problem, sad to say, with my ex-son because he reflected just like my brother. Like, he acted like this dude, and it just drove me crazy. So a lot of times when you're upset with someone or you're frustrated with someone or something, it has nothing to do with that person. It's because of someone else. And a lot of times we don't want to admit that's what's wrong with us. Like, and I have to tell my ex, a lot of times when he do stuff, I tell him, you're reminding me of my dad. And the fact that you're reminding me of my dad, that's dangerous because I love my daddy. But you, willing to sacrifice you for the right amount of money. So you just have to be able to admit where it's coming from, and take your power back. Not walk around with, I got daddy issues. Why y'all have made this a badge of honor? I don't know. But quit walking around saying you have daddy issues, right? Don't identify with that. Like, that's so negative, because if you even knew what that means and the bondage that it ties you in, and we not talking about no BDSM bondage. Like, we talking about something that will keep you from flourishing, something that will keep you from a healthy relationship, something that keeps you from walking down that aisle. Because yes, you could get in a relationship with a piece of man, but if you want all of that stuff that you claim that you pray about, you're not going to get it walking around identifying with daddy issues. That's just that. So we're taking our power back and we're choosing alignment over chaos. Like, yes, it's going to be hard. No one is going to always get it right. You will have moments of weakness. That's part of life. It's not about, oh, you fell apart and you're just distressed. It's about, how do you pick yourself up and move forward? A lot of people just don't want to move forward. They want to wallow in their mess because it makes them feel fulfilled. It makes them feel validated. That's the dangerous part. A lot of people need to feel validated in their sorrow. Like, they need someone to confirm with them that, oh yeah, that person, they did you dirty. Yeah, I see that. Because the person you want to see it don't see it, you need 10, 20 other people to tell you they see it, just so you can feel vindicated. Like, so what if they see it? And they can't see the blessings that you're praying for, all the things that you're asking God for. They can't see that no more than they can tell you that's why you're not getting it, because you're hanging on to something that has nothing to do with nothing. So it's like, we have to get to a place of alignment. And like I said, you're not going to always get it right, but you have to be willing to come back to a place and say, you know what? You got it. You almost had me. Let me get back to me. Because we know, like, holidays, being around certain family members, even though you don't say nothing, even though you did choose a higher road and you walked away, how did you feel on the inside? Did you walk away and punch something? Did you walk away and murmur something? Did you get on Facebook and make your slick remark? Like, you're releasing that energy somehow. And if you're not releasing it, you holding it in, which, as I said this morning, that's like poison. You poisoning yourself at this point. So it's like, how do we get to a place where we like, you know what? My dreams are way bigger than what's going on in this moment. My goals are way more important than what's going on in this moment. Like, you have to get to a place where it's like, you know what? The good and the bad gonna happen. And when the bad show up, I got to be able to look at it and say, you're not worth it. So this is our first long video. I'm on lunch break. I realized in this moment, I need to do longer videos when I'm not watching the clock. That's why you keep seeing me look around. So this is our first one. We made it through the first one. I'm going to do a 3-minute video on TikTok real quick because y'all deserve my attention too. And I appreciate y'all for following me over here. But I got to get back to work. I'll see y'all in a minute.